Change this setup now. It's a bit far. Look at that. Look at that. Hello. Hi, Takia. Hello. What is that? OD or OB? Shandy. Just Shandy. I will say Shandy. Hi, V. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Happy Friday. Happy Freedom Friday. Today we're doing the African Goddess Rising. That's the card deck we're using. Hi, TikTok. Hello, YouTube, Instagram. Hello, girl, hold my hand. Today we're doing, I had it upside down. I didn't even know. We're doing the African Goddess Rising. I have my rosemary burning as well. Welcome to the Oracle's place. Welcome home. Our goal in this place is to create a home for those who never felt at home. I personally know how it feels to not be at home, not feel at home, not to feel like you belong anywhere you go. And this is what we do here. Let's see. They say all beautiful women have huge foreheads, right? All beautiful women have huge foreheads. Ronnie, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you mean, but okay. Welcome, welcome. Today is a beautiful day. Today is an exciting day. Every day you wake up and you are alive, it's a beautiful day, right? Whenever you wake up, you're breathing, you are fine. You have a place to stay, water to drink, food to eat. You love yourself, right? It's a beautiful day. That doesn't mean that you have to be lazy. It doesn't mean that you should not make your dreams come true. It doesn't mean that you should not try to be rich, to be strong, to be built like Black Panther or Hercules, or to be as feminine as you can be, right? Get all the riches in the world, but it's always a beautiful day. As always, ask your question, place your intention, right? The message that we need for today, this beautiful Friday. And we get that from the African Goddess Rising. Right, let's do it this way. Here we go. Just me? Okay, Ronnie, if you say so. As I get the card, we're looking for, I like to do 2 cards now. Mona, hi Mona, welcome. As we are getting the card, excuse me, let me do 2 announcements. The first announcement is that let's see. Let me focus on getting the cards first before I do the announcement. That's how I feel it. All right. What's the message for today? Give us 2 cards. Not 5 cards, 2 cards. 2 cards. 2 cards. Or 1 card. 2 cards. Beautiful. We have 2. The 2 cards are surrender, accept, and The second card is awakening. Yemaya. I feel that. I feel the awakening. Mona, please let me address Mona in the chat. Mona, right now I am doing collective read. If you do want a personal read, which people have been asking me for, I have made I've made a form. It's in the link in my bio. You can go there and book a one-on-one for 30 minutes, and I'll give you your personal reading. These cards are collective, everything that we need to know for today, right? Or for this weekend, because I won't be here tomorrow. Yes. Takia, Takia, I can't wait to see you at the awakening. And look at the card, awakening. I can't wait to see you. I cannot wait to finally meet the girl hold my hand family, right? It's a wonderful, wonderful group to be a part of. Definitely. I am blessed. I feel blessed to be in Girl Hold My Hand and to meet all these women. It's beautiful. So that was the first announcement, and I've said it, and Mona was asking. The first one is for the people who's been asking me for personal reads, right? The link is in my bio, wherever you're watching me from, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and of course, Girl Hold My Hand in the Facebook group, right? You can book a one-on-one for 30 minutes. The link is in my bio. And as I look for the other card, the second announcement is that, let's see, 44. The mind can only do one thing at a time. Fascinating. The page, okay, so the card is number 44. Can you see it? 44. Maybe you can, maybe. The card is 44 and the page number is 88. So 4488. And it's surrender. It speaks to me. Definitely speaks to me a lot, a lot. I can already feel the card. Goddess of spiritual surrender. Nubia, Egypt. Before I read that, the last announcement that I wanted to make for the people that have been asking me about content creation and also the communities that I am in, right? I am in the real world, and that's where I learned to do content creation. Your birthday has 5 4s? Wow. Yeah, for me, it's the 8 8s, right? The 8 8s really speak to me. Yours is the 4 4s. And 4 plus 4 is 8. Nice, nice. 5 5 4s. So it's 8 8 as well. 8 8 4. That's our card then. Surrender, spiritual surrender. And it comes with the card awakening. So for the people that have been asking me about content creation as well, our affiliate marketing campus and also the content creation campus in the real world is open. When you go to the link in my bio, you can find a link to the real world, right? Or to make it easy for you, you can just join my Telegram group, and then we can take it from there. I can walk you through all the steps, whatever steps that you need. The easiest path is always to be a part of my Telegram group, and then whatever questions that you have going forward in terms of what I do, I can help you and you will reach me much easier. Let's read this card, which is spiritual surrender. Surrender. Iset. Is it Iset? Goddess of spiritual surrender. Egypt. Nubia, Egypt. And she is a high priestess. She is a high priestess. Let me put the card here. I feel this card. Hello, Yama. No, it's not Yama. Yes, it is Yama. Hi, Yama. Hi, my namesake. My name is Yama too. Hi, Yama. Goddess Iset is revered as a magical healer and a sorceress. She is of 10,000 names. You may know her as Isis, her Greek name, or Osset, Aset, or Uset. Iset was worshipped in ancient Nubia, the Sudan region, Egypt, and beyond. That is beautiful. So the guidance is, let it all go. Say aloud now, I surrender. These words cast a spell. Breathe them in. I I definitely relate to this personally, right? Let me read that part again. Say aloud now, I surrender. These words cast a spell. Words in general cast a spell. Bless. Hi. Voshain. Let it all go. Breathe them in, right? Breathe the words in. I surrender. Because these words cast a spell. And words in general cast the spell. And I relate to that. I relate to the idea of surrendering because today I woke up at around 2:42 a.m. in the morning. I've been waking up at 3 because we were doing Terminator Week. I surrender, right? I surrender, let it all go. And it reminds me of the song I Surrender by Celine Dion. I surrender. And so I woke up at 2:42 in the morning, and then I played Abraham Hicks, her Rampage and Morning Meditation, and I was lying down on the couch. And these were the words that came to mind while I was focusing on the things that I wanted and feeling good about them, which is very important when it comes to manifestation. I was just there and just saying to myself, I let everything go. I know that the things that I want will come to me and they will come and I will get them because I can feel them, right? I can feel the things that I want is the next logical step that I have to take, even though they scare me a bit. But I surrender everything now. Yes. Yes, Takia. I let it all go. I let it all go because I know it will come to me. But another thing that came to mind, the feeling of that deja vu, of feeling like I have been here before. I have been here in this position that I am in right now, that you're watching me. I've been here before. And I recognize it, that I have been in this position of manifestation. And so the card speaks to me because I said, I surrender and I let it all go. Like Takia said, I let everything go. The embodiment, release control. Release control. Personally, I have been trying to control a lot. I've been trying to control a lot recently. So for you, what is it that you're trying to control now in your life that you can let go of? Release control. Stop bonding around struggle. Stop bonding around struggle. I have been bonding around struggle. I know this. Because this is how we were taught. This is what we're used to doing, right? Struggling. You struggle. You have an intimate relationship with struggle. Release control. Let it all go. And it's reminded me of a playlist that I created in the Telegram group, which is manifestation, right? I name it Black Women Manifesting because it's a collection of Black women, African women, just talking about their journey with manifestation. And one of the ladies was actually talking about how she was trying everything, doing everything. But one day, for some reason, she just woke up and said, Look, I'm going to let everything go. If I get what I want, fine. If I don't get it, fine. The video is there. And she said she let everything go. She released control, stopped bonding with struggle. And guess what? What she was manifesting came to light. What she wanted came to light. Hand the keys to the divine. Allow spirit to carry you and fill in the gaps. You don't have to figure it all out. God or goddesses has your back. Have faith in where you are at this moment. And that reminds, oh wow, hello, black man of iron. Is it iron knot or from knot? Yes, black man from knot. Hello, hello, hello. I shared your Instagram account with a brother in Jamaica. He is also interested in bodybuilding. He does bodybuilding. So I've been spying on your account, sir, and you didn't know. Okay, so release control. Stop bonding around struggle. Hand the keys to the divine. Allow spirit to carry you and fill in the gaps. You don't have to figure it all out. God, goddess has your back. Have faith in where you are at this moment. And the goddess declaration or affirmation, Takia, you're laughing at me. Everything I need to know finds me at the perfect time. This is so true because I've experienced all of this week. Everything I need to know finds me at the perfect time, right? I cannot tell you what exactly is cooking in the background, but I hope very soon I can share. But I can tell you from personal experience that this surrender and let go I experienced this week. Surrender and let everything go. Surrender everything to the divine. There's a saying that what you want wants you. Whatever it is that you desire to have in your life desires you. The only reason you desire it and you dream about it and you think about it is because it's already yours. If you don't have it right now, it's because you have blockages. And blockages doesn't mean that somebody's doing something to you. There is supernatural powers happening to you. No. Blockages. Hi, Kodu. Which Kodu? Blockages can be mental blockages. It can also be just stuff you were raised with, things that haven't healed within yourself, right? Oh, why, hello, Mike. Welcome. I remember you, Mike. You said that you liked or loved black women. Pleasure to have you here, sir. So when you have blockages, and I was listening to Queen Poe on YouTube, you can find her. She is from the Galagichi, right? The Galagichi in North Carolina. And she talks about African spirituality. And she made a recent video talking about money or abundance blockages and how we get blocked from the things that we want. And that doesn't mean that there's somebody doing hexes or juju or whatever it is on you. Hello, Day. Hi. Right? It doesn't mean that. It just means maybe we have anxious attachment. Anxious attachment can show up in relationships. It can show up with your relationship with money, with whatever it is that you want in your life, depending on how you were raised and whatever childhood trauma you were raised with. Oh, you're very welcome, sir. Of course, that's what we do. You're very welcome. Right? Whatever it is that you want in your life, If it's not coming, is the blockages that we have emotionally, mentally, psychologically, that's stopping us from going to the next level. If it's losing weight, if it's changing your lifestyle, if it's moving, right? It's normally these issues. Just recently, and I shared this, I think yesterday or so, I was speaking to one of my coaches, and she told me, am I doing reading? Yes, Nay, I'm doing collective reading. I'm using the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck. So we're doing collective. But I do personal as well. It's excited. If you go to the link in my bio, you will find the form for collective, for personal as well. So I was speaking to one of my coaches, and she said, turn your phone off, turn all your devices off. So nobody calls you, you're not sending messages, you're not doing anything. And all you have to do, sit by yourself, alone, somewhere quiet. Do it for 5 minutes or 10 minutes every day, and just focus on what you want. I've been doing that since Monday. Two of the things that I've been trying to manifest came to light. I can't share it now, but I will. I will. Okay, so let's go to the next card, which is Awakening. Awakening is the Yemaya. I love Yemaya. I love Yemaya. When I was going through my own personal healing, right, healing myself, I was trying to and wanting to get back online and do the work that I love doing. I called all my online profiles Goddess Yemaya. So Yemaya, Awakening. Hello, Gypsum. Welcome to the Oracle's place. Are you still scared of the Oracle? Are you still scared, Gypsum, Mr. Gypsum? We're talking about Yemaya. Yemaya is from Nigeria, Gypsum, the Yoruba, goddess of awakening. Goddess of awakening. I love Yemaya. Yemaya is mother of the ocean, right? She is for awakening. Nigeria, Yoruba, West Africa. I am from West Africa. She is also a high priestess. Goddess Yemaya controls the ocean. The amniotic fluid that nurtures us before we know ourselves. The healing, loving energy of this Yoruba mother Orisha, or deity, never leaves you. It never leaves us. Right, YouTube? Yemaya is always with us. And Yemaya's guidance. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Awaken now to your true self. Are those tears of joy or sorrow? Let them out. Yemaya swallows your tears. Yemaya swallows our tears, right? She is the nurturing mother. Embodiment. You are vibrating at a higher frequency, so you see everything differently. This is Goddess Rising. You are waking up, and once you have experienced awakening, you can never go back to not knowing. I remember the first time that I had an opportunity to speak to one of my coaches, and that was Coach Stormy. I read her this card. I read her this card, Yemaya, right? Because she is always playing Yemaya, and she recently came back from Osekbo, right, in Nigeria, Yoruba land. The embodiment, you are vibrating at a higher frequency, so you see everything differently. This is Goddess Rising. You are waking up, and once you have experienced awakening, you can never go back, right? There's a lot of things, once you hear them, You can never unlearn, you can never unhear them. You can unlearn them, but you cannot unhear them. Which is why one of my coaches will always say, what you consume consumes you. The path of awakening is not straight, comfortable, or easy. You have chosen to lift the veil and have a real relationship with the divine. I always say, if you relate to me or you listen to me, you are a generational cross breaker, because I don't talk about anything except health, wealth, wisdom. What do I really do? That's a loaded question, sir. We can talk about that. The path of awakening is not straight, comfortable, or easy. You have chosen to lift the veil and have a real relationship with the divine. You didn't come to transcend this world while you were living in it. You came here to dig into the soil, plant yourself, and grow. Plant yourself and grow. We always have to grow, right? Cultivate a growth mindset. You love my confidence, umugay, gain yoro. This ascension is your divine purpose, Goddess declaration. I am receiving and radiating love. I am receiving and radiating love. All right, and to start with almost correction, the confidence was a journey, awakening, right? Awakening to who I truly am, awakening to my divine purpose, not going out there to find my purpose, right? But understanding that my purpose is already within me, going back to my African culture and African heritage, tapping and learning. You love my voice, thank you. Tapping and learning into what Africans were doing before Christianity and Islam came to light. This is where the confidence came from. When I realized that I could see and look at deities like Yemaya that look exactly like me, it gave me a lot of confidence. When I realized that the idea of a white Jesus is not true, gave me a lot of confidence. When I truly understand and went back to my African heritage, speaking to my ancestors, understanding that our culture is considered demonic by every religion, and knowing that this is where our root is, this is where we're rooted as African folks, Black folks, name it, whatever. I developed an inner confidence that nothing can shake, right? I realized that instead of going to Mecca, I want to go to Yoruba land. I want to see what the women are doing. I want to see the initiation, right, into African culture, into African spirituality. That's what gave me the confidence. And Black man from North, right, the bodybuilder, asked, what do I do? Very true, yes. Actor King David, yes, absolutely. And Black man from North say, what do I do? Generally, my vision is to create a home for people who never felt at home. And I just explained that when it comes to my confidence. So I have a group on Telegram, the Oracle's Place, right? And this is what we talk about: health, wealth, wisdom. Health, wealth, wisdom from around the world. And there's an amazing African teacher, scholar, Maponga, I hope I'm saying his name right, Maponga. Maponga always say, we don't think in the box or outside of the box. Burn the damn box and think, right? So that's what I do. I create a home for people who never felt at home. We don't think in the box or outside of the box. Burn the damn box. But I'm also in network marketing. I love marketing and sales. I am a content creator. I am a mother. I am a sister. I am an African woman. I am a black woman. I am a human being. I just share what I have learned to people who want to take that journey. Because when I was taking that journey, I didn't see anybody around me who was on that path. I've mentioned here several times how I felt crazy for majority of my life. Crazy, low self-esteem, self-doubt, which if you put it together is imposter syndrome, pain, hurt, confusion, right? Adverse childhood experiences, childhood trauma. I went through all of that. So it took a long time, gain Europe before I got to this stage of confidence. So everything that I do, including the business that I do in network marketing, is geared towards one thing and one thing only: to help people who want to transform their lives. Because if you relate to the things that I say, that means you've been through adverse childhood experiences or childhood trauma. You're looking to change your life. You're looking to transform your life. Because these are the only things that I talk about, right? So the knowledge that I have, the things that I have learned along the way, I have so many coaches that are helping me. The resources that they give me, I give it out free to the people that are in my Telegram group. But then if they want to go the next step further, which is create their own business from home, build their own business, or if they want to get the coaching and everything else, then I can share with them the resources that I am personally using, the communities that I am a part of, and then they decide. So I give you the information and you decide what it is that you want to do with it. Same here with the childhood experiences and childhood trauma. Yes, Actor King, that's what we talk about. I have about 40 to 45 people in the Telegram group, and that's the goal. That's what we talk about. We share resources on issues like that. Just recently, one of the members shared a video of what's his name? The guy who wrote the power book. I can yes, Omuge, yes, Omuge Yora, yes. I forgot the name of the guy who wrote the book. D2 Smart send me a message, right? You can just pop up and then be a part of the live. To be a part of the live, we have to have a conversation. What is it that you want to talk about? I don't know you. We have never talked. So what is it that we can talk about? Do you talk about health, wealth, wisdom, right? What is your goal for being on the live? So send me a DM and we can talk about it. We do lack it in our society. Some confuse it with sign. I know, as a child, I was told that so many times. Yodanga sign, yodanga fist, right? Yodanga fist, yodanga sign. Or that women should be heard, should be what? Seen and not heard. I was that person for a long time. But I always say that the things that I'm doing now is not new to me. It's something that I've always wanted to do from childhood. when it comes to spirituality. I have always loved that my entire life. Um, a part of my family is from Senegal, Ngor, and I've mentioned how in Ngor they do ndopa. And I loved ndopa as a child because the people that host that speak to the spirits. So basically, ndopa for me, it's like looking at the black church in America. But I don't think about anything else, right? I don't have an opinion about anything else. Yeah, I don't really care about anything else. I don't even know what you're talking about. So I've always loved these things, from ndopa to the cowrie shells. I've talked about this before, umuge, using the cowrie shells. But unfortunately, as a child growing up, I was never given the opportunity to explore that part of myself, that spiritual part of myself. And so now, going through the awakening journey, the journey of trying to find myself in the process, which I've always talked about. Many of us, yes, Actor King David, please join us. Download Telegram. The link is in my bio, and join us, and we can talk more. When I'm live, I talk, but in the Telegram, I can share videos. I can share playlists that I create, that I listen, use for myself. I can share them there. So what I was saying, Umage, right? So yeah, I wasn't given that opportunity to explore Ndopa, to explore using cowrie shells, right? Loving the women who were using this in the Gambia, also in Senegal. And so some people see me now and say, oh, this is what you are doing now. Or someone told me, oh, you're so deep now. You only talk about deep things. And I'm like, no, I don't feel like I'm talking about deep things. I feel like finally I am myself. In Moor, you see, yeah, in Moor you did Napa. I feel Napa is beautiful. From the first time I saw it, I just fell in love with it. I was just like, oh my God, I want to watch this more and do it more and be around it more. But my parents would call my grandmother in Gor and tell her, don't let Iyama out. Don't let her go to the Ndopa because the spirits will get her. Not knowing that the spirits were calling me, right? The spirits themselves were calling me. And here I am, back in the spirit world. And so it's basically me just tapping back into the things that I loved, into the things that I wanted to do, into the things that makes my heart, I don't know, it feels my heart, right? Love my topics from Nigeria. Yes, I am very much drawn to Yoruba religion, not religion, the Yoruba region, the Yoruba land, the African Orishas. I have them here, I tapped into the African Orishas. It feels good to see the deities that look like me, from Oshun, Yemaya, right? And on my Instagram or everywhere, most of the words that I share is given to me or shared with me by a daughter of Oshun. I love Obatala, Shango, all of them. Ajay, I love tapping into them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm done for today. This morning we came on and did our workout, and so we're doing the 15 days challenge, which is for health, losing weight, fitness challenge. If you want to lose weight, you can join us. If you're like me and you don't really want to lose weight, right? But I know that I don't know if I want a six pack or a 4 pack, but I feel good with my body. But I still wanna lose a little bit of the love handles. Not much. People tell me you don't have anything to lose. I say I know, but it's always nice to feel fresh and walk out. So we do that every morning from Monday to Friday, right? I come live and do that, and then I come back at 12 noon and do the cards. I spend most time in the Telegram group because it's a lot easier. And then I'll be back at 4 p.m. And at 4 p.m., then we talk about cleansing. I talk about cleanse for healing. Cleanse for healing. Let me tell you, that was an important aspect of my journey. I really know much about Nigeria. Yes, yes, I do. I do know, and I share a lot about it. Unfortunately, it hurts my heart to realize that a lot of us Africans, African Americans, Caribbean see that culture as demonic, and it scares a lot of people, and I've shared it here, right? Even the pictures that I share, I still share about all the orishas. I have had somebody, well, different people on TikTok. I had an African American, and on Instagram I had an African inside of Nigeria tell me that they were scared of a picture that I shared, and I am sure it was a picture of Elegua, right? Eshu Elegua. My daughter loves Elegua, but Elegua is for kids, and they unfollowed my account. But because we connect a lot, I sent her a message and said, well, what are we doing? Because we're on the same networking platform. And she, I think, said, oh, you shared something that scared me. So please unfollow me. Please unfollow me. I said, wow, maybe I will unfollow you, and that is fine, right? But what I would advise you to do, because the only thing that I post is African stuff. I don't post anything that's not African stuff. Even if it's from any other culture, if it's white people, Mexicans, or whatever, it's because they're talking about some aspect of spirituality, because wisdom, I talk about wisdom. So I told them, research about your African culture. And we've talked about this for the people that are regular. Research your African culture. Research African American history, Black history, Black psychology, African psychology, African history. What were people on the African soil doing before Christianity and Islam came? Right, dating back to whatever years. This is Hathor, right? The first cat that we had was Aset or Osset. Research Easter, where the idea of Easter came from. Easter, whatever, Easter Sunday, Easter, whatever you call it, research that, right? And what's remind why that is coming to light is the idea of Eset or Osset from Egypt, Nubia, and Hathor right here. Hathor is from Egypt, Nubia, and she is holding the ankh. Somebody asked me, what is the ankh? Research what is the ankh, where the ankh came from, when the ankh started. From my research and what I have learned, right, from the African scholars and the African history scholars and all of that, the ankh came before the cross. So take a research of all of that. Look into your history, look into yourself, especially for the people who feel like they know it all, right? And they're good. They don't need to change their life. They don't need to do anything. That's absolutely fine. I have nothing against you. You know, do your thing. But I talk to a particular set of people, and even if it's just one person, that is fine. I talk to a particular set of people, and let me put into who they are. And it doesn't matter what your culture is, what your color is, because I think even white people need to learn African history and African spirituality, right? Latina, they have an aspect of African history and African spirituality. Caribbeans, of course, 100%. African Americans, 100%, right? So it doesn't matter who you are. I talk to the people, and I know my tribe is the people that feel deep within their soul that something is missing. I love our African culture too. After King David, the moment you start to learn it, it does something to your soul, right? Professor Small talks about that. The moment you start to learn African history, your entire life changes. Even Rastafarian. Have you ever asked yourself why you see a lot of white folks go to Jamaica and start learning and walk in the path of Rasta, or they go to Nigeria, right? They go to Benin and start digging into voodoo, hoodoo, not because they just want to create magic. It's because our culture is so healing to the soul. Because spirituality is not a trend. Spirituality is not something you do. We are we are spirituality, spirit. We are spiritual beings. Okay, before I start going on a whole tantrum, so I generally speak to the people who feel that there's something missing in their life, because that's how I used to feel. I felt that there was something missing, that I knew what I knew, but everybody around me was telling me that what I knew wasn't right and wasn't true. I'm looking around in my world before I left Africa, whilst I was in Gambia, and when I was in Senegal, because I was back and forth between the Gambia and Senegal. So call me a Senegambian. I knew something wasn't right. I knew something was missing, but at the same time, I felt like I knew what I knew. And the things that I knew and I was feeling and wanted were right. They were true. They were real. But everybody around me was telling me no, that I shouldn't take that path, that I should do something different, that there's a different way to think. I should think differently, act differently, speak differently, be different. And that was the beginning of my adverse childhood experiences or childhood trauma. And then within my family, and most of us experience this, and this doesn't have a culture or a tradition. There's a lot of children who were bitten to death or whooped every time. This is in the Black culture, African culture, white culture, Latina culture, Asian culture. Children get hit everywhere. And so I was constantly hit as a child. Why? I didn't know. And I'm always like, why are these people hitting me but not teaching me what I needed to do and what I needed to learn? That's physical abuse, and I didn't know. So people who were mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, sexually abused in their life, these are the people that I talk to. These are the people that I talk to. But it also has to be somebody who is ready to transform their life, not stay in the victim mode. I have been a victim for majority of my life. So I can tell when somebody's being a victim. Is wanting to be a victim, but want to change and are ready to change, and you have a 100% willingness to learn. But it's a whole different ball game if you're a victim or if you're a victim. A victim is somebody who's a victim but is being a dick about it. So basically, you are being a victim, and people are telling you, oh, maybe try this, but you are so strong about whatever ideas that you have that you don't want to shake. Those people are very hard to work with. There was a time I wanted to save the world. I don't want to save the world, right? I'm not trying to save the world. I'm looking for people who want to transform their lives, people who want to change their lives, people who are not satisfied where they are right now. Something is missing in your life. Maybe you're married, maybe you have kids, maybe you are in a relationship, you have a job, you are doing your own business, yet still you feel it deep within you. Maybe you're making $1 million right now, right? Because just because you have money doesn't mean that you are spiritually safe or feel good within yourself spiritually. So yeah. These are the people that I talk to, and these are the people that I have in the Telegram group. And we talk about health, wealth, and wisdom. Because majority of what I talk about, we don't talk about it in most African communities. From the Gambia to Senegal to Nigeria to Benin to Cameroon to wherever. Because I've talked to different people from different parts of Africa. And I have heard people come onto my live and say, wow, the things that you talk about, I have never heard anybody talk about them. In our Black communities, in our African communities, in most of our communities, black, white, yellow, orange, blue, purple, there's a stigma to mental health where people don't want to talk about depression and anxiety, the pain of just being confused in your life. The moment we say that I'm going to find myself or I want to find myself, whoever you are, that's because your childhood you've been traumatized. One of my coaches right now in content creation is from England, right? England accent, white boy. And he also teaches us about these things because he himself had to go find himself, because everything that he wanted to do, his family didn't let him do. They said he was crazy. He needed to go to school, get a degree, get a job, get married, have 2.5 kids, a white picket fence. If you're from Africa, you get to be what? Napse, like we say in the Gambia. You want to go to America. You want to go to Europe because the whole world is in America and Europe, and they make us feel that if you don't go to America or Europe or wherever, Scandinavia, then you are nothing. And then you come to America or Europe or the Scandinavia, then you have to get all the money, right? They think that the money grows from trees, and you just come here and then you start picking the money and you send it to them in the African countries, right? Who are the people who felt this or have experienced this? Just recently, I met a Senegalese brother in my neighborhood. He hasn't been here. I think he's only been here less than 6 months. When I tell him these things, he was like, sister, I didn't know. He came with his wife, and his wife just gave birth. That idea that you need to have your child in America so that they can have passport and get the benefits. But what are the benefits? The benefits are what the system is doing to hold us in. I'm going to stop talking. But anyway, these are the things that I talk about. These are the things that make me excited. These are the things that put my soul on fire. So if you join the Telegram group, these are the things that we look into. Why do we do the things that we do? Why do we speak the way we speak? Why do we think the way that we think? The ideas that we have in our mind, right? I can see the hearts on TikTok. Thank you. The ideas that we have in our mind, where does it come from? Hello, Ibu Jalo. Which Ibu Jalo? Which Ibu Jalo? Is it crazy Ibrahim Jalo? I don't think so. The ideas that we were raised with. You have to be a certain way, talk a certain way. A woman is supposed to be a certain way. A man is supposed to be a certain way, whatever it is. Right? We believe that America is the shit, that Europe is the shit. This Senegalese guy that I'm talking to, he's working at the grocery store. Hello, good evening to you. It's afternoon where I am at. He works at a grocery store. Most of the semesters, and for the non-culture is a barrier. Culture is always a barrier. If we want it to be, for the people who are not from Gambia or so that don't know what the word semester means somebody who is in America, Europe, Scandinavia, wherever, and then they go back home to Gambia or Senegal, Africa. That's called a semester. I don't know how other countries or other people call them, right? And then what happens is most of us think that when we see them back home and they come and they're flexing, pictures of the diamond watch, the Rolex, whatever, the Gucci bags, the Nikes, the sneakers, this and that we see them as the shit. Some of them build houses. I'm not bringing anybody down. I'm just saying the reality, what I've experienced and what I've seen. Anybody who has done this, with all due respect, right? I'm not saying nothing bad about you. But from the people that I have met, that I have seen, they're working at fast food joints, they're janitors, they sweep the streets, they're the garbage men here. They work at Wendy's and McDonald's and all these other places. Now, I'm not saying that there is none that are earning $1 million. I'm not saying that there's none that are in high positions in whatever field. I'm not saying that there's none that are rich and have a lot of money. I am not saying that. I'm just sharing what I have seen and what I have learned and the people that I have met. And then when they go back home, they make everybody feel that you need to be in America, right? You need to be there. Even my studies in school was based on understanding this psychology, because I studied Black psychology, right? I did Afrocentric consciousness, even though I dropped out because I got tired. This was supposed to be my last semester, but they told me last semester was my last semester. And I was ready and even signed up for graduation. And then they came back and said, no, you have to do one more semester. I'm like, then bye-bye. I'm not doing this. right? I can look up Professor Smalls and the other African lecturers and professors and learn from them. That's what I was doing in school anyway. And so I wanted to understand this issue because I was having that problem within my own family as well, where a lot of people think that I should be able to be sending them money, which is not a problem. But I was going through my own depression and anxiety and my own mental health. And I couldn't talk to anybody because everybody I spoke to was asking me for money. Buy me a phone. Send me $500. Send me $1,000. And I'm like, I'm trying to breathe. I'm trying to find an apartment. I'm trying to find a place to stay, right? I'm trying to not be depressed. I'm trying to not be anxious. I'm looking for a family member to talk to. I want to talk to somebody who understands what's going on with me because I am suffocating. But then when I call, it's always, yo, done you buy, which is, yo, oh, you left us. You haven't called in a while. We haven't talked to you. Send us money. Send us wigs. Send us designer bags. Send us this, send us that. And for years, I was suicidal. You love your Nutribers, yeah. I love it so much. I use it as my water bottle now. But I have my supply. Sometimes I put it in the fridge and sometimes I leave it here. I should stop because I've been talking for an hour and I need to go eat. But right, like I was telling you, so these are the people, if you relate to what I'm saying, these are the people I talk to, right? And like Bantu is saying with the Nutribus, these are also the people that I call into the business that we do in network marketing because it gives you the opportunity to share your transformation. So I have to go through all these issues. It's very true, sis. Yes, exactly. And I'm like, I need a family member. I need somebody to talk to. But there was no one. Everybody thought that wherever I walked in New York, because I spent a lot of time in New York, I was just catching the money. The money was just like, hey. And I'm just like, I'm suffocated. I was suicidal for years, depressed, anxious for years. I had different careers, right? My careers were amazing and powerful. No support. Why? Because everybody thought I was walking around with suitcase of dollars. And I should be able to send everybody money every week. Suicidal for a very, very long time. I couldn't talk to even my own mother, the woman that raised me, because she was more, and no disrespect, like I say, this is just my experience. I would never disrespecting anybody. Whenever I speak to her, she's talking to me about makeup, and I'm like, I can't even do makeup. I don't even buy makeup for my own self, makeup or lace or whatever piece for whatever ceremony or event is going on. And in my head, I'm like, I need my mother. I need my father. I need somebody to talk to. Where are the people that I can talk to? I was in therapy for 2 years recently. I have my family and friends in Gambia. They too don't care if you're in good health or not. No. And even when they say, Nanga def, how are you? No def. They're not really asking for your health and well-being. And even when you start talking about your health and well-being, They can't relate to it. Why? Because they just believe either you're in America or Europe or Scandinavia. How comes you're feeling sad? But then nobody taught us. Oh well, hi Nangadef. Nangadef, thank you for following. Nobody taught us how to live. Nobody taught us how to be women, how to be men, to carry our legacy, right? To know ourselves, to be who we are, to understand our African ancestry. We are also focused on going to the West, going to the European world. Hi, Binta Yafa. They don't just care to know you. No, they don't. User 12777. What is your name? Binta Yafa. It's a very similar, familiar name. Binta Yafa. I can see the picture, but that name, Binta Yafa, right? They don't care. Hello, Black King. That's a powerful name. They don't care. Why are there so many user something, something, something? What are your names, people? Most of us were not taught to love ourselves. The only reason we have to go out there to find who we are is because we're not taught to love ourselves. We are not taught to love ourselves. Hi, Aji. Well, put your name, Aji, and put your picture. So many Gambians send me messages or add me on Instagram. Their account is either on private, they don't have a picture. And I'm like, what are we hiding? We are still living in that secret. Oh, I don't want anybody to see my pictures. Africans, Caribbeans, Black people that put everything under the rug, you know? And I'm not, oh, Jaita Kaba. And I'm not talking about you people, I'm just saying in general. We put everything under the rug. That is why we have so many issues of mental health. Because mental health is swept under the rug. Abuse. And when I talk about abuse, I'm not just saying women, because men get abused too. But talking about the abuse that men receive doesn't make money, does it? That is put under the rug. Emotional, physical, mental, sexual abuse in our communities is under the rug. We sweep everything under the rug, right? You always have to look happy and positive and well and looking good and looking like you are the shit. Under the rug. Everything in private, everything in secrecy. Executive member, King Kaliba. Oh wow, I love King Kaliba. Caesar Mori. Yes, I know these names. We put everything under the rug, right? My entire life, these are the things I've always been wanting to talk about, try to talk about. People say, like the first person that commented, was it Gay Njoro? Gay Umuge? Umuge? Which Umuge? Now it's ringing a bell. Which Umuge? Umuge, Talending. Was it Talending? The person that's coming to mind, Umuge. Now I know the Umuge. Is it the same person? Ah, the names are coming back. Right? They would say, oh, Yamafay the Fasan. Or Yamafay is, oh, no, there. Oh, okay. But you brought back a memory of a very long time childhood friend. Right? People would say, Damasang, or I talk too much, or I am just everywhere, or I am just all over the place. F Kujabi, you, yeah. Buri, that's my sister. My sister's here. Hi, hi, hi. How more na yang fe? Hi, Buri Mastanyan. Yes, I have a good memory. The names are always like popping up when I see them. Yes, Omugay. It reminded me of Omugay. You joined. Oh, hey, you joined the Telegram group. Nice to see you again. And she calls me Tata. So funny that people are calling me mentors and auntie but I mean, you know, and it touches me now to realize that my sister is here. Buri Joke, my sister that I've always loved my entire life from childhood. I love my sisters. It's always been Buri and Tisbejai. And how can you join the Telegram group? So when we're done here, when I close it, you just go on my TikTok, on my bio. I have my link there. When you click on the link, you will see join my Telegram group, the Oracle's Place. So you just click on that and it will take you straight to the Telegram group. If you don't have Telegram app, you might have to download it. But if you have it, it will just take you straight to the group. You love the hair wrap. Thank you. This is my childhood love. I've always loved my hair like this. You're very welcome. And before I close, right, I just want to say this powerfully now that I realize that my sister's here because I haven't been able to connect with her on that level, Buri. I've been able to do that with Tisbe. And one of the reasons why I do the things that I do now and studied some of the things that I studied from psychology to African history, African psychology, was the very first time I saw my assistant, Tisbe Yai, go through the things that I was going through in terms of mental health, depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, right? Just feeling like we don't belong in this world and we just want it all to end, right? Thinking about if I was dead, it would be better. Seeing my younger sister Tisbe go through that, I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do it. But at some point in my life, I have to document my journey so that my sisters can come back and hear the things that I talk about and the things that I went through. And if they are going through it and hearing it from their own blood sister, hopefully, it will heal them. It will heal them in one way or the other. Mental health, especially in my family, and now I'm talking to my sister, right, Burijo. In our family, there's a lot of mental health issue. There's a lot of pain. There's a lot of problems, right? I used to run. I don't know if Buri knows this. Let me know in the chat, Buri, if you know. I used to run from our home in Sanchaba Sulejo. And I know a lot of people comment here talking about Sanchaba Sulejo. I used to run from Sanchaba Sulejo to Banjul, Spalding Cove, or Bakote, right? Anywhere to just run away from all the pain and the hurt that I was experiencing at home. One of my uncles lost control of his life for some reason, and I was his punching bag. He doesn't have attire, and he is angry. All the pain comes onto me. He can't find weed somewhere. I bear the brunt of that issue, right? These are issues that plague most of us who are listening. And the people in the chat have told me, yes, that is how it is. And it doesn't matter your skin color. Some people have gone through this. And at the same time, we are made to think, be, and act differently. There's also people who come in here and tell me, I like your skin color. I love your skin color, right? A lot of guys would come on all the girls and say, I am so glad you never bleach your skin. Do you know how difficult it was for me to hold on to my skin color? Because I was only surrounded by women who bleached their skin. Now, I didn't understand why people bleach their skin. No judgment zone. I'm never judging anybody, right? I just share my experience so it can awaken people up. Like the card, Awakening by Yemaya. And I always say, when you see a woman, oh, Nina, hi, Nina, thank you, Nina. When you see a woman bleaching their skin, never ask what is wrong with that woman. Always ask what happened. What happened to that woman? Because something happened to that woman. And bleaching, ladies and gentlemen, is not an African problem. It's not an African American problem. It's not a Caribbean problem, because Asians bleach their skin. Indians bleach their skin. Bleaching actually is one of the most powerful industries around the world. White people whiten their skin. It is a major world confusion. People are trying to be white, and then people are trying to be dark. People are tanning and destroying their skin to be dark skin color. People are bleaching and destroying their skin to be light skin as well, right? There's a world confusion. So no judgment zone. Always ask yourself, what happened to them? Now, I watched people bleach. I used to apply the bleaching skin for people, seeing the work, and that in itself is traumatizing. If you watch your parents bleach their skin, you have been traumatized. And Buri, as much as I love you, I want to tell you that we have been traumatized. Our parents have been traumatized. To not go deep into it, right, Buri? Are you still here, my sister? Asthma, and I'm saying specifically this to my sister. Asthma can be a manifestation of trauma. Migraines, constant headaches can be a manifestation of trauma. Yesterday in our content creation campus, we were talking about how constantly trying to be positive, trying to be happy, everything's good, right? You are stuffing and suppressing all your emotion because you think everything's fine. You have to appear all rosy cheeks and whatever. Is draining. It is a sign of trauma. But how many people have been taught this? And how many people have been told you went through trauma? You went through the issues of trauma. Most of us have never heard it from the people around us, because everybody's trying to look positive. Some of us have seen our parents get drained, get burned out, lose their mind, temper tantrums, and we feel this is normal. I have nothing against anger. I have nothing against masculinity. I love masculinity. Anger is healthy if you can channel it the right way. Empress, can you speak to me today? I know it's off topic, but my empathy is ringing strong today. I feel so many emotions that are not mine, and it's draining me, but I need to be strong. Well, there is the problem. There is the problem. You need to be strong. Why? Strong for what? For who? And I'm giving you the permission to break down. Let everything fall apart. Why do you need to be strong? To pull your feminine strength, cry. Drink some tea. Take an herbal bath, whether you have a bathtub or not. Get into your feelings. Don't stay there. You don't need to be a light and a positive. This is what I'm talking about. Trying to be positive every single time is draining. Your friend needs you to love yourself. If you do not love yourself, you cannot give. You cannot give if you don't love yourself, if you don't understand your feelings, if you don't let your feelings be known to people how you feel. Hello, ma'am. Hello, Carmen the playwright. Hi. Pleasure to see you here. Thank you so much for connecting. Right, Nina? Maybe your friend needs you to fall apart. So they can see that you also go through shit. That you also can fall apart. We think that if you can hold everything in and just be emotionally constipated, that means you are strong. The cheat code is you feel how you feel. You can tap into your emotions, but at the same time, you know how to control it. Not with rigidity, not suppress it, right? When it's time to cry, you know when to do that. When it's time to fall apart, you know when to do that. Surrender. Let me read that card again for you. The surrender card, what was it? I think it was page 44. I said, be able to surrender and to let go. This is what I was talking about, right? We were raised in a way that people cannot tap into their feelings, right? People cannot, we can't process our feelings because nobody, not parents, not boyfriends, not husbands, nobody has been there for us to help us process the pain that we are going through. If you cannot process your feelings, Nina, you can help your friend to process their feelings. And how I am talking to you right now is not necessarily a gift, because for years I couldn't do this. But when I was able to process my own feelings, yeah, it's so true. Okay, thank you so much, right? Confirmation. When I was able to process my own feelings, and I need you in the group, because the resources that you probably need and the things that to listen to calm yourself, to see your next logical step, like Abraham Hicks will say it, is in the Telegram group, Nina. And you are there already. No? I don't know. Okay, let me read this one. Surrender, because this is what you are asking. This is what you are asking. To tap into your feminine energy. Wherever you live, there's probably a park. We say it every day. You see what I mean? We say that every day. There's probably a park around you. What is it that you feel to do right now? You can go swing. You can do hopscotch, right? We call it padinyedi in the Gambia. You can skip or jump rope, right? Release all that energy. You don't need to be strong. You can get undressed, take a warm bath, take a cold bath, put your incense on, your candles on. We don't need to do romantic stuff for only the partners we have. You can do romantic stuff for yourself. You sit down. Maybe the tears are coming. Let the tears flow. Feel that. Enjoy that. Bask in that moment. Just don't stay there, right? Let it all out. Get your strength back. And then continue your day. That is strength. like I was trying to say that so many people wanted to come on live, and I don't think they even know what I'm talking about. I am not trying to save anybody anymore. That is part of people pleasing. If you believe you are an empath, empathy, empathy has a boundary. It has a place that it needs to stop, because then it morphs into people pleasing. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Come and said, right. It morphs into toxic positivity, toxic femininity. And then you cannot balance your feminine and masculine. Then you turn into your masculine side more than your feminine side. Because the feminine side, you just receive it. If you're trying to be always strong, which means you just want to give, toxicity, narcissistic behavior, you may lack them in so many areas. You are not in the Telegram group. So 44, I remember the page, it's page 88. 88. Goddess of spiritual surrender, Nubia, Egypt. Goddess Iset is revered as a magical healer and a sorceress. She is of 10,000 names. You may know her as Isis, her Greek name, or Aset. Aset or Uset. This is why I said, oh, thank you, Umu. Thank you, Genjoro. Thank you for joining as well. This is why I said, this is Nina, research Easter, the historical aspects of Easter. Sorry, I'm doing this. I'm actually doing this. I'm sorry. Let me do that. Osset. Research Osset, the name Osset, Auset in Easter. Iset was worshipped in ancient Nubia, the Sudan region, Egypt, and beyond. Now, here we go. The guidance. Let it all go. Let everything fall apart. You Osset, exactly. If you are stuck right now in your life, if you are stuck and you feel stuck in your life, it's because you are holding on to things that you need to let go of, because your soul has grown past it. I was there. I've been stuck majority of my life. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. Because then you start to feel all the physical pain, back pain. You might be 20 something, 30 something. You have back pain, your knees hurt, headaches, migraines. Oh, thank you, Actor King David, thank you. Yes, there should be resources there, right? You should find some of the links. There are a lot of links, and you can just start looking. You relate so much. Miss Fatsi say exactly. All these pain, these ailments that we have is because we are stuck. This is what I was mentioning to my sister, and I don't know if she's still here. Because in my family, we have a history of migraines and headache. One of the women that I love most in my life suffers greatly from migraines. And I had to learn that migraines is stuckness, is trauma, is issues that haven't been taken care of. There is no reason for us to be just getting sick. Disease, right? The ideal mother who hears the cries of the downtrodden children, her beloved, and responds with compassion and wisdom. Yes, she also has a connection. You're talking about Asset, I'm thinking. She also has a connection with Easter, Asset. right? So say aloud now, I surrender. These words cast a spell, breathe them in. And I mentioned, you, you suffer from migraines too. We are only stuck in our lives and have all these dis-ease. This is, right? Diseases in our life because our soul is growing and we're not letting it grow. You are growing, but you're not letting yourself grow because you feel like you need to be strong. No, as in just research more Easter and African history or Easter and Black history, right? Embodiment, release control. This is what you're asking me. Release control. We feel like we have to control everything. You have to control your friends. You have to control your parents. You have to control your job. Hi, girl, wake up podcast. Glad to see you here. You have to control everything. You control the food you eat. You have to eat breakfast. You have to eat lunch. You have to eat dinner. And we don't even know where the history came from. There's a history of the 3 meal a day. There's a history of the fork and knife, right? You sit down, eat posh, eat a certain way, the fork and knife. And we like that modernization, civilization, pain, pain. You can fart in public because if you fart in public, right, you are ashamed of yourself. People are ashamed to say that they poop, they use the bathroom. Release control of everything. Just yesterday in my what is it called again? The content creation campus. We were talking about imposter syndrome and how when the camera is on, how we dress is different. When we go out, how we dress is what? Different. When you are at home, nobody's watching. How you dress and you eat is what? Very different. Release control. Stop bonding around struggle. And Nina, I can tell you, you are bonding around struggle. That is the only way that you could listen to me for so long. That is the only way you could listen to me for so long. That is the only way you can relate to what I'm talking about. The same goes for you, Miss Fatsy say, because these are the people I attract and these are the people that relate to the things that I say. Because I lived in struggle. I bonded with struggle, toxic bonding, soul ties with everything, soul ties in relationships. Yes, ma'am. She said, I bind and rebuke bondage to struggle. Rebuke it from deep within your soul. And you need to start that work right now, Nina, right? Right now, you need to start that work. Because I know the pain. That is the only way that you could listen to me for months and months on end and come here and spend 2 hours with me and ask questions and come back. Yeah, because you are there. Hand the keys to the divine. Allow spirit to carry you and fill the gaps. You don't have to figure it all out. You don't have to figure it all out. Maybe your surrender is what your friend needs, right? You don't need to be strong for anybody. Yeah, we all struggling, all trying to be strong. For what? For who? God, Goddess has your back. Have faith in where you are at this moment. There's a book called Wherever You Go, There You Are. Right? You're very welcome, my love, because I know the pain. I lived the pain for years. I've lived in the pain, been around the pain, basked in the pain for nearly my entire life. I would say that I was depressed my whole life and didn't even know it. Depressed, anxious, and suicidal. The first time I attempted suicide, I was probably not even 10 yet. I didn't know that this is what I was doing. I don't think I've talked about this before. And I have to go. It's already 1 hour, 35 minutes. And you see, Nina and the other girls that joined it, we would be here for 3 hours talking. And now I'm refusing to do 3 hours. But the first time I attempted suicide, I think I was 8 or so. And I've told this story somewhere else. And they shut me down. But then at that point, I didn't know my power. So as a child, you know the things that our parents do to make us feel scared. Most of us were raised with fear. This is why we have all this pain, right? You need to be strong. You need to help your friends. You need to, but if you're not selfish with your energy, with who you are, with the boundaries, you cannot help anybody. You cannot help anybody. People come on and say that I am rude. And every time somebody say you're rude, you're full of yourself, I'm like, oh, I'm doing something wrong. Something right. You see how that rolled easily? I'm doing something wrong because this was my old mindset when somebody said I was rude. But the first time, so because my parents always said that if you drink mouthwash, it will kill you. If you drink mouthwash, you will die. And so me as a child, not knowing what it was, just hearing that if I drink it, I was going to die, I drank a whole bottle like this. I drank the whole thing. I can never forget it because I was sick for an entire week. Couldn't move, couldn't do nothing. And I was like, I got sick. I got the love. So I would always pretend that I was sick because everybody's like, oh, you're sick. Oh, cook food for it. Take care of them. Hug you. This, and that. But you're well, nobody wants to share love. So I drank the whole thing. And the other time I drank bleach. So basically, anything they tell me that if you drink it, you're going to die, I didn't know about prescription drugs. Personally, I've always hated prescription drugs because my entire childhood, because of all the trauma, I was always in hospital, sick for something, infections and whatever, pain and whatever. And also just trying to fake it so that I can be sick, go to the hospital, come back home, and everybody will take care of me. And they wouldn't ask me to do anything. But from there, what exactly you are saying, Nina, that's what I learned. I wanted to be strong for everybody. I wanted to take care of everybody. I wanted to save the world. Until I heard Jim Rohn said that when he said that he was going to help his team or die trying, he nearly died trying, so he stopped. I said I was going to save the world, and the things that I went through, I'm not going to let anybody go through it or die trying. I nearly died trying. I absolutely love Jim Rohn. I share a lot about his videos and stuff that I watch and listen to in the group as well. You'll find him there. So I stopped. The only reason I can talk this way and I can talk hours And we've done lives with the 3+ hours. And I'm just talking. The only reason I could do that is because I'm at a point in my life. I'm very specific with the people I connect with. I'm very specific with the people that I talk to. Even if I knew you as a child, and I can tell if you are not moving spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, and I'm trying to offer you stuff, but you're not taking it. Energy vampires, I can feel all of this. And no matter how much I love you, I would tell you, I'm sorry. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. Right? And I always talk about my coaches because I have a lot of coaches. One of our coaches said, if you are saying yes to everything, you think you are being good, but you're doing yourself a disservice. Because if you say yes to one thing, always know you are saying no to the other. And you have to look at, what are you saying yes to when you say yes? And what are you saying no to when you say yes? You have to be in a period of your life where you say no. No, 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 no. And then a period of saying yes, 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 yes. Shonda Rhimes went through a period of saying yes. That's why she wrote the book, The Year of Yes. I read that. But it starts with saying yes to yourself. What do you need right now? If you feel you don't have boundaries, it's because you want everybody to like you. You want everybody to love you. You want to say the right things, look the right way, act the right way, sound the right way, do everything perfectly, right? You don't want to make a mistake because, oh my God, if you make a mistake, you don't want to fart because if you fart, oh my God, people are going to hear it. And what are you going to do? Anxiety and then migraines. I was there. You just want to be so perfect. No, let go. Walk around farting. If somebody hear you, say, I'm sorry. I am gassed up, but I'm cleansing. You have a partner, fart around them. You have kids. Kids love to fart. We have a farting contest at home, me and my daughter. For the people who know my ex-husband, you can go and ask him. I will fart in his face. Right? Just let it all go. Let it all go. Try, yes, my client had my stomach one day and she thought I farted. That was the best laugh. It is. And laughter is medicine. There's laughing yoga. Laughter is actual medicine. Go through a period of time where you just sit down and watch all your favorite comedians from around the world constantly. It's part of your healing journey. It's part of your healing journey. Empathy, being an empath, right? If you're an empath, you feel it in your heart. Everybody is an empath. It just depends on how far and how deep you tap into it. I tapped into my empathic or empath, whatever, to the deepest end, to as far as I could go, which is why I'm able to sit here. But it can also destroy you. It nearly destroyed me. It destroyed me, actually, right? Because there's still something you haven't healed within yourself. When it's not reciprocated, I can never say that word, reciprocated. I can't pronounce it, but I always write it. Mrs. Fatsi said, right? Like I was telling Nina, you cannot control what people do. Whether it's giving back, reciprocated or not, none of your business. I don't deal with it. I don't try to deal with it, right? I will pour into you. I'll give you the love. Right now, I don't give. I just embody it. This is me. This is me, right? Thank you, very welcome. You can't wait to see the others. I can't wait to see that aspect of you, right? I don't give. Fat Sise is I embody it. This is me. I'm not trying to be empathic. I'm not trying to be nice. I'm not trying to be good. I'm not trying to be happy. I'm not trying to be angry. I'm not trying to be anything, right? It's just me. If you come around me, my energy is feel good. My energy is give. If you come around me, you come around my lives, you join the Telegram group, if we connect on Instagram, on social media, my natural energy is I will pour into your soul. If you receive it, that's fine. If you don't receive it, that's also fine. If I say something and you like it and it relates to you, if I give you love and you like it and you bask in it, wonderful. If I give you love and you throw it back at my face, beautiful. You know why? Because one of the issues that we had growing up as children is we couldn't take no. We can't take no. When somebody tells us no, it tears through our heart. We want everybody to tell us yes. It is still the idea of wanting everybody to like us, to love us, to want us, to believe in us, to control, to this, to that. No. When I'm happy, I'm happy. When I'm sad, I'm sad. I move with gratitude. I move with love. What I do for myself, when somebody comes around me, I'll do it for you. When they throw it back at yourself, if you've really done the work, what you will see is their pain. They're not saying no to you as a human being. They're saying no to themselves because they cannot receive. It's like telling a woman, oh, you look beautiful, or I like your outfit. Me? Beautiful? Oh, no, stop it. I'm not beautiful. It's because I did makeup. They'll give you an excuse of why they look beautiful. Your dress looks great. Oh, this dress, I bought it at Rainbow for $5. Like, instead of just saying, oh, thank you so much. I'm glad you like that I'm beautiful. I feel beautiful today. I feel great. Instead of saying that. So you tell them you look beautiful. When they throw it back at your face, it's also because you do the same thing. And you haven't realized that you do it. Feminine, masculine, give and take. When you can give and take, you can balance the feminine and the masculine. Oh, you're covering your face. Tell me. So insecure to accept a compliment. Yes, Umo. When you can give and take, balance the feminine and masculine, trust me, you wouldn't care who takes the love, accepts it, or throw it back at your face. You just want to love. Like your entire energy is just peace, joy, love, gratitude. You are just like, wow, glowing energy everywhere to the point that you can't even see the people who are trying to throw it back at your face. You'll be like, oh, that's what you're doing. I'm saying that because it happened to me with somebody who I thought we were just having conversations and loving each other and sharing ideas and just being different. And I didn't know she was butthurt about what was happening until one of my coaches told me about it. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know. I wasn't trying to be mean. I wasn't trying to be anything. That makes sense, Fatsise. Whatever you experience in somebody else, it's in you. If it's healed in you, it wouldn't bother you. What triggers you is your opportunity to heal. If that doesn't trigger you anymore, it becomes wisdom. If it triggers you, it hasn't healed in you. You are still trying to find love in all the wrong places. You can book a 30-minute one-on-one. The link is in my bio, and we can do a Zoom call and sit down and have a conversation. But yeah, and then you can tell me what it is, right? But that's a cheat code, people. Now, I'm not everything I'm saying, it is easier said than done. Because you heard Beyonce's I think it's in a song or something, where she said, I take my own advice. So when I'm talking to you, I'm healing myself as well. Because I've gone to the point now where I can listen to myself when I'm speaking. I can hear myself. Sometimes when I'm talking, it feels like an out of body, right? And especially with all these cameras, it's like I'm watching myself talk. I heard about that 8 years ago, and I'm like, what? But now I'm experiencing it, right? I take my own advice. So I can hear myself whilst I'm talking to you. I'm also listening to myself. Sometimes it's like a deja vu. Sometimes you see me go, right? It's because it's sinking in. Something that happened to me, and I've been trying to figure it out. And now that I'm talking to you, I'm watching myself, and then it sinks in, and that's a instant awakening. Because like I said, awakening is not awakening is moment to moment realization. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got to go. It's about to be 2 hours. I have not eaten. I made some rice. Even though we're doing the challenge, I cannot stop eating rice. My family is Senegambian. We eat rice. I'm trying to get a 6-pack. Anyway, I'll hop back on at 4, and we can talk about cleansing again. And I mean, I sell the products, right? And I use the products as a way to help me talk about cleansing, because I use them for myself. But I also do talk about herbs, because a lot of us ran away, right, from nature in itself. One of the reasons I like this product is because it's natural, and the women that used it have seen results in their life. I am around these women, I'm around these men who have used the product, right? So personally, I love herbs. If you're from Gambia or Senegal, you know about Mbor, you know about Kinkeliba. These were my things. I still buy and use Mbor and Kinkeliba. These are herbs, leaves that you boil, drink as tea. So I have added different herbs that I use with the products, right? So changing, transformation, ladies and gentlemen, let's do it. All right, everybody, I'm going to go. For the people who want a one-on-one, we can do a Zoom call, 30 minutes. I think that's all you need. If you need more, we can talk about it after the 30 minutes. The link is in my bio. The Telegram group is free. It's free. Over there, what I do share is whatever resources I get from my coaches, I will share it there. Sometimes it's training. Most of it, of course, you need money to do anything. I need money to be here right now. Fiberam Pendawagan. Yes. So I share everything in the Telegram group. What you do with that information, it's up to you. If you want to join the trainees, I add the link, you click the link, you join. If you need help after that, then you come back in the group and talk to me with the other ladies and the other guys, and we help you with your journey. But the group in itself on Telegram is free. All right, bye-bye, people. Bye-bye, people. Today I'm wearing my bodycon. I love my bodycon. Don't mind me. I haven't felt this good in my life for a long time. So